Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Fear the Walking Dead, and in today's video we're going to be doing another ranking list for Fear the Walking Dead. This is the top 10 worst episodes of the entire series. Alright guys, this is going to be doing another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video for Fear the Walking Dead, and in today's video we're going to be doing another top 10 ranking list. This one is the worst episodes of Fear the Walking Dead. So, man oh man, this one, I know a few of you guys wanted me to go ahead and do this one, because you know my love and passion for Fear the Walking Dead, right? So, yeah, this list was pretty easy to actually put together, as a matter of fact. It didn't take too much time. But there are still a lot of really bad episodes of Fear the Walking Dead. So, before we get into the actual list, let's get into a few honorable mentions, and then we'll get into the actual top 10. So, starting off with honorable mentions. One is Nerd to Mead. Really, really bad episode. I don't like Charlie. I don't like any of the characters, pretty much. And the whole ladder scene was just really, really dumb. Another one is The Morning Cloak, the butterfly episode, where somehow the kid finds a butterfly that's so rare 5 minutes later after exiting the tower. And you've got Charlie that is, like, dying, okay, you get this really cringe love story, and the guy dies literally within the same episode, so it kind of just feels like filler, to be honest with you. Another one is The Door. This one is really bad because of the fact of John's death. Really bad episode for the series there, I would have to say. I think it had some okay parts in the beginning, but what it does really makes this episode look bad. Another one is Breathe With Me. I cannot stand Sarah, so that's enough of a reason right there. Plus, the twin brother coming back I felt to be very useless to the overall story. And then the last one we'll put on here is 6 Hours, because I can't stand that baby screaming the whole episode. And another thing is, I can't stand Grace that episode. Oh, and another thing too, I can't stand the radiation. Oh, wait a second, I also can't stand the twin brother. Oh, wait a second. So, I basically hate the whole friggin' episode, okay? So, that's the honorable mentions for this list. Now, top 10. Number 10, Season 5, Episode 14, Today and Tomorrow. This episode makes absolutely no sense. You've got Morgan and Althea that sneak into Jenny's camp, which is a community that we never see again, might I add. It's just never seen in the show ever again. They sneak around, they fall into a pool like dummies because Althea wants to see if her girlfriend, who has this big suit, she apparently thinks has something to do with this, like, group of cowboy-looking idiots. Like, it makes no sense. You've got Jenny, she offers them jam, she fixes Morgan's stick, and then she lets them go. Okay, and you've also got Grace in this one that sings with Daniel, and by the end of the episode, once again with fear in their fake-outs, Morgan, I don't know how much longer I have. Yeah, get the frig out of here. Coming in at number 9 is going to be Season 5, Episode 11. This one is Still Standing. An introduction to a horrible character named Wes, who is basically going after this guy that stole his book. And when he finally catches up to this guy, he kills him, but decides he died for it. Let him have it. I'm like, wow, so you just wasted our time for an hour's worth of television. That's awesome, Wes. And they also trick you in making you think that Madison might be the one that's writing those messages on the trees, when you find out it was just Wes the entire time. So, okay. Really bad episode. Number 8 is MM54. This is Season 4, Episode 14. Horrible backstory episode for Martha. The entire time, it's about her losing her fiance or husband or whatever the frig he was. And she then takes walkers on a stick and goes around killing people in this terrible montage with terrible music as she's killing people for no apparent reason with this wide-eye look on her face. Like, it's like, what the frig are you doing? Like, seriously. And you've got Wendell that shoots her in this one. She somehow survives, even though it's, like, right frickin' here. Like, okay. Realistically, you'd be dead, but okay. I mean, it's Fear the Walking Dead logic. And Jim, the entire time, is complaining about Morgan. Enough said. Terrible episode. Absolutely horrible. Don't even understand why they did it. Number 7 is Padre. This is a really bad episode as well, too. This is basically an episode where Alicia is convinced that there is a walker that can somehow take her to a place that she doesn't know is even freaking real or not. I mean, my God, like, seriously, the stupidity is at an all-time high in this one. And Alicia loses her hand. She gets this bone hand that she gets on her. And they tease this war with Strand, which just goes nowhere in the back half. Enough said. Moving on. Number 6 is Channel 4. This is the Office ripoff, trying to be Office, yet miserable fail episode, and it sucked. I mean, the entire episode is interview. The entire episode is about Morgan trying to get away from a landmine, even though you see him in an interview later on, so you know he's safe. And you get introduced to Wes and Logan that ruins his bike. Get the frig out of here. Number 5 is Channel 5. This one is the Other Camera episode. My God, man, what is wrong with this show? Tom on the friggin' bridge. What we were doing, it was for something. It was like I just like what the frick? Seriously, I don't understand this episode whatsoever. And the entire episode's about them trying to do things better than Virginia. And by the end of the episode, Morgan's like, Virginia, we need your help. Bah, this big zoom out. I'm like, is this supposed to be exciting? Am I supposed to be like nervous or something? Like, for sakes. Number 6 is In Dreams, okay? Now, I have a feeling out of all the episodes out of the list, this is going to be the one that people are going to say, oh my God, Dad, are you kidding me? This is the best episode ever. It's a freaking masterpiece. Okay, well, let me describe why this episode sucks. I feel like I'm in Candyland. It's visually unappealing. Grace should have died. I'm not going to lie, because the character sucks later on. I'm watching Morgan Freeman over here with the frickin' afro. You got nothing that's real, a terrible fight with the cult group. Riley gets stabbed and runs away like a frickin' idiot. And by the time you get, okay, and I know a lot of people are going to say, like, okay, but Dan, the ending was really dark and it's really ballsy what they did. Okay, the last, like, 2 minutes, like, okay, I mean, like, seriously, and I hate those kind of people out there that say, like, oh my God, like, because the ending was so good, this whole episode is just perfect. I'm like, all right, cool, sounds good. Number 3 is the season 4 finale, I Lose Myself, and I almost lost my mind when I watched this episode. This is about Morgan getting captured by Martha because he went after her because he thought that there was some way to redeem her, even though she just knocked Althea out in the intro of the episode. And the entire episode, you've got Morgan that's tied up. She wants him to kill her, and even though he's tied up, so tell me how you do that, first of all. And when he finally gets out, he doesn't kill her yet again. He gives alcohol to the group to save their lives, Charlie and everything, underage drinking, all that good stuff. And they find this crappy-looking factory, and they're like, you know what? A place like Alexandria that sounds safe? We don't need that. What are you talking about? Terrible episode. Number 2 is Ophelia. The entire episode is about an old man that is obsessed over Ophelia and trying to find her. So he gets the group captured and in trouble, thinks that Ophelia is in a small yacht that looks nothing like the Abigail, and they kill Arno. Somehow Arno's people decide, even though they just killed your friggin' leader in cold blood, they're going to join you in a war that you're not even involved in to take this tower. Also, Luciana lies to Daniel to get him to go into the tower to motivate him, and Wes, for some reason, thinks that this is, like, a big problem for him. He bails on the group and goes to the biggest selfish moron you could ever meet. Probably one of the worst pieces of writing I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, this entire episode made no sense. And number 1, the worst episode of Fear, Amina. Yes, the 100th episode. It is shameful that the 100th episode is the worst episode of the show. Why is it the worst episode of the show? Alicia wants to save Strand, so she goes into a burning tower. And actually, as a matter of fact, I don't even think she wanted to save. No, she didn't. She wanted to save this little girl who isn't Real's friend. So she didn't even know what she was going in there to do. That's right. I'm actually starting to remember this now. She didn't even know what she wanted to do. She goes in. She finds out that the friend is Victor. She then sits there, almost blows her brains out. You've got June and them that continue to rescue her the whole episode. She somehow gets Strand to the MRAP. She then goes into the raft and then decides, because the actress wants to leave, that she has to stay on the shore, and Strand leaves. I mean, it is just, it's the worst episode. It's one of the worst episodes of entertainment I've ever seen in my life. So that is my list, guys, for Fear the Walking Dead worst episodes. Now I want to hear from you guys. What is your worst episodes of Fear the Walking Dead? Let me know, and that is it for this video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. And of course, guys, if you're new here, make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos for Fear the Walking Dead. Follow Dan's Walking Reviews, subscribe, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
My God, no!